Hello everyone, how are you all doing? In today's video, we'll be learning about female reproductive system. In previous video, we have already discussed about male reproductive system in detail, right? So now we'll study about female reproductive system and then we will understand how a baby or our new individual is formed in human beings. Right? Yes. So you can see that I have already drew a female reproductive system, right? The female reproductive system in human beings consists of pair of ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterus, vagina and female reproductive glands, and that in turn consists of Bartholin's glands and mammary glands. Okay, so here in this picture we'll understand which are all these organs. Okay, so here you can see that, right, these are the two ovaries, pair of ovary. Okay, and you can also see pair of oviducts. These oviducts are also called as fallopian tubes, and you can also see here, right, muscular finger like projections, right, and this is nothing but a fimbriae. We call it as a fimbriae. Okay, and then we have got a uterus in a female reproductive system. Okay, and here the inner lining of the uterus, we call it as a endometrium wall. Okay, and then you have a cervix here and then a vagina. Okay, so this comprises of a female reproductive part. So now let us understand each and every part in detail. Okay, yes, so coming to this ovary, so every female human being consists of a pair of ovaries. Okay, which means they will be in two in number. Okay, they will be almond shaped. You can see that, right, they are almond shaped ovaries. Two ovaries will be there. Okay, and this ovaries forms a primary sex organs. They forms a primary sex organs. Okay, so in the previous video only we had discussed, right, if a organ is declared to be a primary sex organ, it has got two main functions, right? One is that it produces a gamete, and second is that it produces a hormones, nothing but a sex hormones, right? So in human beings, in females, right, the ovaries produces what? Egg cells, or it is also called as ovum. Okay, so this is nothing but a female gamete. Okay, so ovaries produces a female gamete and we call that as ovum or egg cell. Okay, and then it also produces a sex hormones, mainly two types of sex organs. We call them as estrogen and progesterone. Okay, so one is estrogen, another one is progesterone. So two sex hormones are produced in the ovary, right? So this is the main function of ovary. One is to produce the gamete, another one is to produce the sex hormones, being estrogen and progesterone. Okay, yes. So now coming to the fallopian tubes, also called as oviducts, you can see, right, these are the two in number, like they are long, elongated, muscular, also ciliated structures. Okay, so this oviduct has got a main function. You can also see that it also has got a finger-like projections which is attached to the ovary, right, on both the sides. So what we called it as? We call that as a fimbriae, right? So when the ovary releases, right, when ovary produces the egg cell or ovum, this egg cell will be taken up with the help of this fimbriae and it will be traveled, right, through this oviduct, and the egg cell will be residing here in the oviduct. It will be waiting for the arrival of the sperms for the purpose of fertilization. I'll take up that topic later. So now time being, we'll understand that these oviducts are a pair elongated muscular ciliated structures, okay, which also have got a finger-like projections called as fimbriae. Okay, what is the main function of it? It will receive a produced egg from the ovary with the help of this finger-like projections, and it is made to kept in this oviduct or a fallopian tube. Okay, yes. So now coming to the uterus. So this is how the uterus looks like. It is something like a pear shaped structure, right? You would have seen pear fruit, right? This is how it looks like, almost similar to that, correct? So this uterus is a muscular hollow structure, okay, within which the baby will be developing for a period of 9 months. Okay, it is also called as womb, right? Mother's womb. Correct. And the inner lining of this uterus is made up of endometrium tissue or endometrial tissue we call. Okay, I'll tell its importance going forward. And now the tip of this uterus, we call it as a cervix. The opening, okay, of this uterus at its tip, at its bottom, we call it as a cervix. And next is that you have got a vagina. So this vagina is a tube-like structure which is up to 7 centimeter to 10 centimeter in length. Okay, so during copulation, penis is inserted inside the vagina for the purpose of release of sperms. Okay, and also this vagina acts as a birth canal. Very importantly, it acts as a birth canal. Also, it serves as a passage for a menstrual flow. Okay, so this is all about vagina. So now coming to a female reproductive glands, we have Bartholin's gland and a mammary glands in female reproductive system. Like how in male reproductive system we had Cowper's gland, seminal vesicles, prostate glands, right? So these Bartholin glands are a small, okay, small glands. They are paired, they are 2 in number, very small glands which are located near the vagina. Okay, so during copulation or the sexual intercourse, these Bartholin's glands will secrete a mucus. Okay, they will secrete a mucus which will act as a lubricant during intercourse. Okay, and coming to mammary glands, these are also paired structures which are present on the ventral thoracic wall. Okay, so mammary glands has got a main function of secreting milk. They secrete milk post parturition or post delivery. Mother will secrete a milk with the help of these mammary glands for the nourishment of a child or a just born baby. Okay, so that is all about female reproductive glands. Fine. So now see, in males it happens that only after reaching puberty, okay, a boy will start producing a sperms, which means the testes, the cells in the testes will undergo a mitotic division which will form 4 haploid cells, which are nothing but we call them as sperms, right? But in case of females, right, it is not like that. You know that here in males, after reaching puberty only, they start, the cells in the testes will undergo meiosis to produce sperms. But in case of females, when a girl child is born only, that time itself the ovary will be containing lakhs of immature eggs in her ovaries. Okay, on reaching puberty, okay, it means that the meiosis process will begin in a female child when she is already present inside her mother's womb, right? And it's like meiosis type of cell division will be halted in some stage, and after reaching puberty, okay, the each ovaries will start producing a mature eggs. That the eggs will start getting matured and the ovaries, okay, will start producing those matured eggs alternatively. Okay, which means that if an egg is released one from this month and the another egg, the next egg will be released from this ovary next month. It's like from the alternative ovaries the eggs will be produced. Okay, so this process of release of egg, we call it as ovulation. Very important term. Okay, so ovulation refers to what? It is the process of release of egg from the ovaries, process of release of mature eggs from the ovaries. You call that as ovulation. Okay, and this ovulation happens within a gap of 28 days, and that also about menstrual flow I'll take up later. So time being, you just understand that each ovaries will produce the mature eggs alternatively, okay, every month. This process of release of matured eggs from these ovaries, you call it as ovulation. Clear, right? So this is all about a female reproductive system. So now let us understand how a baby is formed, or how a new individual is formed in a human beings, right? So for that, you should be knowing the parts of the female as well as male reproductive parts in detail, that we have already covered. So now it will be very easy to understand how the fertilization or how a new individual is formed in human beings. Okay,